Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the EMEA Masters Winter 2025.
Players that Ratones find themselves up against right now. They had a pretty easy split in the NLC. They took first place without too much trouble, but SuperMassive, perhaps a different breed as Velia, caught on his own in the river. Twisted advance in to buy some time, but it's first blood into Fiesta's pocket.
Yeah, like you said, Los Ratones had a very easy time for themselves in the NLC. He's really just asserting his dominance on the Rift at the moment.
No man of the Fiesta in that trade. Had the flash, managed to hold on to it. Failure.
First three. So they're definitely going to be looking towards that next set. Getting all six here on a composition with a Jax, that would be great.
Sets up the easy ult connection. The Blacklist Foul does nowhere to go. Just trying to clear out the minions. The Jax Sejuani combo is devastating, and Val's just with no option.
Out the rest of your team. Not the case with the LeBlanc, of course. Being able to get an early kill and avoid so much destruction early on is great. Val's going to get focused again.
Dear, oh dear, the permafrost is out, and it's another kill. This time, it's picked up by Skeen to the feat of warfare claim for SuperMassive. Again, this is the usual MO for the Los Ratones top laner, but on the Garen, feels like there's maybe less scope for him to be more valuable with more deaths as he is with his other picks. As Los Ratones don't want to give up this entire top side. They've pushed SuperMassive out of the rub pit. Ult comes across the Crowdy just to steal that one away is the plan, and they'll happily, I think, cede the rest. No need to go crazy for it.
Well, you say that, but it doesn't look like Los Ratones agree necessarily. They are sticking around just a little bit, fade to any over-aggressive plays.
This is there with a flash of an ult, but they pin down on the top. Hang on, the rest is just going aggressively. The Sejuani is still there, and they're completely up in the lane. Val takes the credit. Crowny with an E, Velia, and Nemesis around the corner with a lovely hook from Carry. Sews up the double. Nemesis just watching helplessly from the river as the third goes down. The triple for Val.
Just a destruction in the top lane, right?
Series on a big back foot.
Really are. They might be about to lose another Drake as well. There's no real response out of the Rats at this point. It's just going to be the Drake going over. SuperMassive in complete control of this one.
What I need to see them do now is start ignoring it. This is what everyone else fails to do, is they keep going back to him again and again, but instead they're committing to this fight around the Herald. They've already got the Los Ratones jungler down to a sliver. He manages to get out, drops the ultimate. Fiesta for the kill, does get it online.
Oh,
and flashes away. Val's is TP'd in, gets the shutdown as Nemesis shuffles away the SuperMassive team. Crowny ultimate blocked by the shield. A timely W for Carry keeps him alive. A 1-for-1, but a shutdown for Los Ratones. 3,000 gold ahead.
And I was expecting them to try for the Herald to crack this mid lane tower. Apparently they don't even need it. Just able to step up onto that one nice and easily. Fiesta actually going to get jumped here and is caught under tower a little bit, as we've been talking about. Fancy feet on a LeBlanc. What can he do here?
Just trying to keep him under wraps right now. Bao and Cowie rotating over as fast as they can. The Marco is there. There's the twisted advance. Nemesis needs to get a range to burn. Velia can almost do it himself. He's flipping back and forward, and Reckless picks up the credit. But now the Corkies come around the corner. 3-0, remember? This guy is blasting on the AD carry. Nemesis slides in to shove them back, but only serves up a double. Skeens now cutting off the retreat from Reckless. Can Crowny get his support out of there? He can. Offers the E. And the ult comes through. He's just happy to keep this extended right now. Armut's on the bot side looking for an angle in as well. There's no tower to protect them. Jumps over the wall. The flash is being burned. Relentless are SuperMassive's top side looking for these kills. They won't find any more, but that just shows they are hungry.
SuperMassive and Los Ratones is going to be on Bao and how much he's able to actually deal the damage with Corki. Pretty short range when you're trying to get as much damage out of that Gatling gun as possible. With threats from Los Ratones, it could be a little bit tricky, but he's been playing it out excellently so far.
Absolutely. SuperMassive can keep him safe. You know, he does put himself in the range of a Rakan W ult, of a Nemesis shuffle, of a Velia W, but if he's got that front line to protect him, he picks his moment. We can see Val is devastating right there. Herald picked up by Logic.
Are going to be an NLC fan here. Pretty good, but it doesn't. Once again, though, Crowny getting jumped, is able to jump away from this one. Sandwiched, though.
Oh, dear. Carry around the corner with a point-and-click ultimate, and Val picking up the credit. Looks for the hook onto Reckless as well, but that will not land.
Looks like it is going to be a bit of a push over towards Atakan right here for SuperMassive. Without that ADC, without that 2-item carry for Los Ratones, there isn't really going to be any response at all. They're going to be able to get themselves a tier 1 tower in the bot lane. It's something, can see the things onto the tier 1 in the mid lane too. If they can grab those 2 towers, it's not the end of the world. Still though, the Ruinous Atacan right here with the first 3 Drakes in their back pockets is going to feel great.
Still kind of clonked. The Sunder Sky Triforce doing work for Arma. Has to back away. Obviously, the Garen passive will heal him up before too long. Not quite level 16. It's not its maximum power, but it's still going to be very valuable, and he doesn't have to pull the full recall. Dragon spawns. It would be sold for Supermassive, and now the Herald comes to Belly, but Bao!
The Arma
again chunking out the Ratones. Then comes the
there
ultimate schemes. Belly tried to cross the passage but couldn't make it. Nemesis ulted by Nautilus, then comes to re-engage. There's Reckless. Carry going to be the first to fall. Bounces deep in the backline. Absorbs the attention, but trades top for support.
And that Herald that we saw picked up ages ago, basically just wasted. Gets popped in the mid lane, doesn't go anywhere. And now you've lost out onto your top laner. Sure, Carry isn't here. It's going to make taking this Drake a little bit tricky. But this is Soul, remember. This is a massive Drake right here for Supermassive. Not having to worry about the Garen is going to make it that much easier to try to play around this one.
Yes, the spot of failure. Armors as well. They've isolated the jungle. Lost Ratones are nowhere near. Dropping lower and lower, but Nemesis comes in with the shuffle to save failure. It can't get him in range of the Drake, and Supermassive, they've got the Soul. Bao now, finally under pressure. Crowley flashing forward, but traded by Bao. They can't get the kills. And the longer this fight goes, Supermassive can't heal up. Armament! 4-man counter-strike. Double on decks, and the re-engage for Supermassive. It is an absolute catastrophe for the Rats.
And the Carry gonna respawn after dying at the start of this fight as well. And Reckless not long for this world. Gonna give them the runaround, gonna delay a little bit of time. This is gonna at least buy a little bit less pushing time for Supermassive, but in the end, they're going to pick themselves up all of the kills. It's a delayed ace after Baus dies in the initial bit of engage, and Supermassive, they are in complete control of this game. They're looking to turn this game. They're going to be pushing through the mid lane and the bot lane. Top wave, nowhere to be seen, though, so they've not exactly got everything synced on.
Not slipping too far ahead. They know the Armor's not exactly there. As Baus gets hooked up, and legendary goes Bao. Reckless as well, did what he could, but ended up serving himself to the slaughter. Schemes diving past the towers. It topples. Armor has arrived. Doesn't go for the stun, but it's 2 more clean kills for Supermassive, and they keep the push going.
Pushing this one further and further forwards right here. Really funny, actually, that damage in teamfight graph, because Armor doesn't get involved until the very end when he gets a triple kill. She's going to be pushing on towards these Nexus towers right now. Can they end here?
We're just going for it. Supermassive don't have time to waste. It's the whole best of 5 they've got to play out right here in the first game. Is looking like a done deal. Both turrets down. The rest of Los Ratones can do nothing. 28 minutes to victory. Supermassive coming out swinging in the quarterfinal matchup.
My lord, Trajan.